Free Speech Rock, a strong title that represents Ithaca College's designated space for students to represent their thoughts, opinions, from the hours of Tuesday and Thursdays 12:05 to 1 p.m., Fridays from 4 to 10 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Would like to engage
This
in
has been the
dialogue.
site of some of IC's most significant student protests, including against former Ithaca College president Tom Rochon in 2015. The protest was organized by POC at IC against racial incidences at the college. Over 1,000 students walked out to attend this rally. Rochon announced his retirement the next year.
Tom Rochon! Tom Rochon!
Ithaca College has a deep history with organization and protest. IC Young Feminists is a group that's goal is to promote feminist ideologies and intersectionality. The group has had many speakers and recently conducted a march into the Commons from IC's campus.
Take Back the Night was actually predominantly an off-campus event, so we didn't have to worry too much about IC's on-campus policies. But we've talked a lot about organizing protests and what that would look like, how to effectively enact change on campus in our local community and in our current political climate. It's so important to make sure people's voices are being heard, and I think people struggle to understand that their voices can actually make a difference until they're surrounded by people who are empowering them.
Ithaca College Students for Palestine is a polarizing group on campus that pushes for proof of divestment from Israel by the college. The group is no stranger to protests and has drawn in eyes through sit-ins at IC's Admitted Students Day and other public protests.
So on paper, the school is really supportive of protests. That's not been my experience in practice. And so initially we put out a couple of statements. We had a silent protest that I thought was really successful outside of a Hillel event. And initially I just wanted to get the school's attention. Unfortunately, we were met pretty immediately with constant scrutiny over the stuff that we were doing. I mean, it was a silent group of 40 kids sitting on the floor outside of Muller Chapel, genuinely silent for an hour and a half. It was freezing outside. You know, the people who were there because they wanted to be and because they felt like it was important. I think a lot of people view me and the organization as very accelerationist, very confrontational, but that was never my intention. What I really wanted to do was start a dialogue with the school, because I know from my extensive research on the history of the school that in the past the school has been willing to kind of capitulate to the students' demands, and that we divested from South Africa, that when students occupied the president's office in the 60s for civil rights purposes, that the school was willing to hear and kind of heed to those demands.
Reporting for IC Journalism, I'm Naomi Martin.